Welcome to Soul, Light, and Body. Today is such a beautiful day, and I hope you wake up this morning and you're giving some sort of gratitude for today because we are given another chance to do something great in this world. We are given another chance if our emotions are going in different directions, we are giving another chance to elevate our emotions to gratitude, kindness, care, love, and joy for life. We are given another chance to do that. And today, set your intentions. Set your intentions today, what you're looking for with your life. It's another chance we are given to do this. Tomorrow is not promised to us. Let's do it today. Yesterday is already gone. Let's focus on the present and now and what we could do now to make this world a better place. Every day when we wake up, we need to ask the divine, how can I be of service to humanity? How can I be of service to humanity? How can I show up in the world for someone else and be of service for that individual or for an animal or even taking care of nature? How can I be of service? We all need to start to do that. And if we all can do that, we'll make this world a better place. I'm Karen Pascal. I'm a holistic health and wellness coach and a co-author of two ebooks with my sister, Joan Williams. Today, we got such a beautiful guest, and I'm so honored to have Krishna Dhan with us today, all the way from India. And we just want to thank him for taking the time from his busy schedule to sit with us today. And he will help us to understand life. He will dive deep into life with us this morning. Grab your cup of coffee, your cup of tea, your pen, your notepad, and just take some notes because these notes will be able to help you on your journey this morning. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this 1 hour with us this morning. I'll now hand you over to Miss Joan Williams.
Hi, Karen. Happy Monday. All of you. It's a great day. We're here. Are you taking care of someone, caregiver? Don't forget to take care of your so that you can fill up love and compassion and grace that you can take care of the person you care for. It's very important so that you can feel something. You do forget to do on a daily basis. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be mindful of what you do. Kindness, love on yourself. To conclude,
You're breaking up.
can you,
You're breaking up.
how about now?
Yeah, but you're going in and out.
Go forward. Yeah, you're planning to move into 23. Goals that you're going to step up a little and finish. Don't forget that. Today we have a different ways how we feed and live up. We have mind, joy, how we can. You guys now, are you hearing me?
Breaking in, breaking out in between.
Okay. Can you hear now?
Yes.
I will introduce Krishna Dhan, and he's the president. He's a coach and also an industrial engineer. He's also motivator, author, and a spiritual seeker. Welcome, Krishna Dan. We're honored to have you here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you for warm welcome.
Thank you. Tell us how this all got started for you.
Can you just repeat what you said?
Can you please tell us how this all got started for you? Know you coming from India. What had led you to the journey?
Okay. So first of all, thank you, Joan Williams and Karen, for having me here. And you are doing a really wonderful job uh, speaking to persons from various fields. And what Karen rightly mentioned in the beginning, that we are here for some contributions, right? How and what way we can contribute to. That should be our thought in the morning, and that should how we don't only lead our days but entire life in that consciousness. So first of all, thank you with that big thought.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, if you are asking regarding my journey,
Yes.
uh, I was like a common middle class family person in my family, and with some ambition. Indians, they have ambitions of becoming engineers and doctors mainly. So I was also a mechanical engineer. I chose to become that from the reputed university here in Maharashtra, which is a state in India. And during my college days, I happened to attend one program which was conducted by ISKCON, which is International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So what had happened was during the recess time, a monk in saffron he came, approached us. We were sitting on a katta, college katta we say, and there this monk happened to come and inquire about where is Mesa Hall. So Mesa Hall is basically Mechanical Engineer Students Association. So we just directed him, okay, go there. That's the Mesa Hall, and we were all intrigued. This person in wearing saffron robes and speaking such a fluent English. So usually monk we have in India, those who are like poor persons with long beard and not much educational background. But yeah, we were fascinated by a small interaction with him that time, and we every Saturday there we used to have something like guest speakers coming. Like today we are discussing. So every Saturday in a college, some guest would come and enlighten us on various topics. And as soon as we entered the hall, we saw that he was the speaker. He was from the reputed institute in India, Indian Institute of Technology, IIT, you might be knowing. And there he was speaking something on managing your brain. I still remember some of his words that time. This was something like 20, 25 years ago. And we attended the program. We liked the program very much. And they were selling, distributing some of the copies of Bhagavad Gita. And we just happened to pick one. And there was one more book which interested me. And the book's title was Divine Nature. So when I picked that book, actually we already had started something like Natures and Environment Club, where we would take out people on cycles, bicycles, cycle rallies, save trees, something like that, for the sake of nature. So this divine nature book caught my attention, and I started reading that. So the entire book was basically about the ill effects of non-vegetarian food on your physical level, mental level, social level, at the level of nature, everything. So it was so fascinating, my God, how the meat industry works and how much water they consume, and startling statistics, the amount of water which is required to produce 1 kg of beef actually can produce 16 kgs of grains. So like that, so I was a vegetarian since my childhood, and when I got the startling statistics and how nature can be saved by you turning into vegetarian, and this reminds me of quote by Einstein, nothing can help human health thrive on the planet than turning towards a vegetarian diet. So this was quote by Albert Einstein. So various quotations, various proofs, various references. The book was like wow for us. And I just read that book, and then I got to know the source of that book. Some disciple of Srila Prabhupada, who is founder of ISKCON, he has written that, and the basis was Bhagavad Gita. So we turn into pages of Bhagavad Gita, and then we found some of the contacts. Actually, we interacted with the person who was speaking, and then we took the address where we can meet, like that, and then we went and met him at the center, and that was really amazing talking to him, uh, discussing further about the book, and telling them about our nature and environment club, asking him to participate also into it. So that's how my journey began, I will say. uh, I already had this in my mind, and we want to do something for society, want to do something for nature, and want to help people. So when I got connected, then I dived more deep into it. So I passed out from the college, and then I started working with aircraft manufacturing company HAL here in India itself, and I worked for 5 years. But then there was a pinprick in my heart. I'm not doing much. I'm doing something for the nation. Obviously, aircraft manufacturing. It's something. It's a direct service to the nation. But I'm just doing something mechanical job, which is not giving me some satisfaction at the end of the day. I had ample money. I had a good family background, but still there was a pinprick, as they say, something missing. So then I thought of uh, dedicating my life fully for this cause of spreading this message, which people are not even aware of. And not only that, first of all, myself wanted to study all these literatures, want to become its practitioner, want to look within myself, and then it's like connecting with oneself and connecting with our source, Supreme Lord. So these two connections, and then thirdly, connecting with the people around. So I was looking for these three connections: connecting with self, connecting with others, and connecting with the Supreme Father. So then I started diving deep into these scriptures, started to understand, oh, we are not the body, but we are souls on a multi life journey, reincarnation. And then there are so many. I started reading many books based on Bhagavad Gita, and so many modern researches also, because I was from engineering background. I always have how this, why this mentality. So I started putting forth many questions in front of my mentors, and they were so like, I'm grateful to them for clearing all those doubts during my formative days, and I went fully into this. And slowly, during the practice itself, we realized that it's high time to share. So then we started distributing this message, the kind of things which we have realized. It's not that everyone can open up the pages of the scriptures. Everyone can do that. So at least we can do for them, like coaching classes we have. So people, they study and they just coach some essential things in a short period of time. So my journey began like that, and today I am like associated with ISKCON Nasik temple. Nasik is a holy place here in the state of Maharashtra in India. So I stay here and I travel all across India, and even I do online sessions throughout the world, connecting people, helping them connect with themselves, helping them connect with others, and helping them connect with the supreme source of all life, God. So that's how I am trying to contribute to some extent.
That's
Wow.
very powerful. That is so enriching because, as you rightly mentioned, the job you were doing before, but you still did not feel fulfilled. Something was missing, and you found them. So you were able to connect individual to themselves as an individual and others and their source, whatever that source is. So thank you for being here and sharing this with us this morning. Yeah,
Yes, it's absolutely amazing to hear the way how you describe the process. And it will help us to understand that the first thing we really need to do connections. Whatever is your source, whatever you envision as your source, connect with that source. And once you could connect with that source, you get a lot of clarity. Because many times we ask ourselves a lot of questions. For instance, like some people will ask, what is my purpose here? What am I here for? What am I doing with my life? When you connect with source, everything become crystal clear. And you get to understand your purpose here and what you should be doing here. For instance, you was in a job, well-paying job, but you felt deep within yourself you're not being fulfilled enough. So you decided to allow the source to give you the direction where you need to go. And you listen and you follow. And that brings you to this moment where you are today. And it is such a beautiful thing that you're doing across the world. You're sharing, you're adding value to people's lives, which is what a lot of people need at this point in time. What are the different levels of our existence?
Oh, so yes, it's a very pertinent question actually. Once we understand our levels perfectly, then we can go to that level and act on those levels. Worldwide, people are this topic of personality development is booming. People want to develop their personality, but when we talk about personality development, people are just bothered about some particular aspect of a personality, but there are different layers and different levels of our existence itself. So according to Upanishads, we have 5 levels of our existence. So in Sanskrit they are named as Annamay Kosh, Pranamay Kosh, Manomay Kosh, Vijnanamay Kosh, and Anandamay Kosh. So these are the 5. So Annamay means basically the physical sheath. Sheath means covering, we are like covered by these 5 sheaths. So Annamay is basically physical. Pranamay is basically at the level of prana, you can say energy. Manomay is at the level of mind. Vijnanamay is at the level of intelligence, and Anandamay is at the level of soul. So physical means the body which we see, the senses we have, and the body which we possess, and what people can see and perceive. So that is the physical level. Pranamay is basically, it is said that when we die, basically the prana is basically the energy, like we have the fan running. So the electricity is the prana of that. So similarly, that prana, you must have heard of this word pranayam,
Mhm.
pranayam, which is a very famous word when we talk about yoga, pranayam, breathing exercises, as they say. So the more prana you have, the more confidence you will have, the more vibrant you will be. So that is basically our pranamaya kosh. Next is manomaya kosh, our thinking ability, our mind. So we need to understand that we ourselves and our mind, they are different. So many a times, in various religions, there is a concept called as two voices within. In Native America, they say good dog and bad dog within us. In India, they say daivi sampada and asuri sampada within us. So good voice and ill voice within us. Every person has this. And just to give a simple example, like we have an alarm clock to get up early in the morning, and when the alarm clock rings, the mind says 5 more minutes you can sleep. It's a general human tendency, right? So there is one voice which is saying sleep for 5 more minutes, and there is one more voice which says no, get up early in the morning. Many successful people get up early in the morning, and they are at work. Get up and do something. So there are two voices, right? So the conflict happens. So that actually there are not two voices per se. The one voice is of the mind, and the second voice is of the intelligence. So mind is storehouse of all our emotions. The nature of mind is thinking, feeling, and willing. And mind is basically its nature is flickering. It's not at one place. We need to stabilize the mind, and it's seat of all emotions: anger, love, hatred. All these emotions are seated in the mind. So therefore, we need to exercise some control over the mind. The one who has exercised control over the mind actually can control everything. In the language of Stephen Covey, who has written Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, he says, that there are two types of victories: the private victory and the public victory. So the private victory, what he talks about, is basically the victory over your own mind, because mind will lead you to do nasty things.
Yes.
So we need to control that mind with the help of this fourth level, that is called as intelligence. So uh, mm, the function of intelligence is to discriminate what is good, what is bad, and to take decisions. And when the intelligence is strong, that strong intelligence can control the mind. And the last level of our existence is the soul. And these levels are becoming subtler as we going higher, and they are more powerful, more subtle, more powerful, and less perceivable. So the physical level we saw first one. then pranamay, then manomay, then vijnanamay, and the last is anandamay, which is nothing but the soul. So any scripture you lift, you will find that even Einstein used to say many a times, we are not human beings having a spiritual experience, but we are spiritual beings having a humanly experience. So that science pertaining to the spirit soul, that is called as spiritual. So we are all souls, and when we live at that level, then you don't discriminate between anything, because we are all souls, parts of God. Then everything naturally becomes, it's like your brothers and sisters. Nature, in our India, we have this culture of calling nature as mother nature. So we treat nature as mother who has given us the birth. So that divine vision one gets when one lives at this level, that I am a soul which is part of the super soul, who is the source of all energy, God. And when we live at that level, actually, we see things equally, that they are not for my exploitation, but they are for everyone. And I am supposed to help others connect with that supreme soul. Therefore, in our Vedas, there is a very beautiful mantra you must have heard about. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, let everyone be happy. Sarve santu niramayaha, let no one be diseased. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, let everyone experience auspiciousness in their lives. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, let not a single person be miserable on the planet. Such a noble thought, let
Mhm.
everyone be. So that thought can come only in the mind of a person who has or who is living at this level of fifth level, at the level of soul. That person only can be like a genuine well-wisher for everyone.
Yes.
And so when we help people come to that level slowly, slowly, it's not an overnight process. And existence of soul can be understood even through common sense. Let us say someone has just died, and the person is just dead. And there is a concept called as charity. Some people donate their eyes, Netra
Right.
Dhan we call it. So, so the eyes which are on the dead body are not in a position to see, but the same eyes, when we put into the living body, living person, those same eyes now can see. The same kidney, the same liver in the dead body are of no use. But when they are taken out and transplanted into some living person body, what happens that they become functional all of a sudden? So because they are connecting to the life force, life energy, which is generated because of the presence of soul in that person. So it's so easy to understand that yes, there is a soul living in the person. And that is the last level of our existence, fifth level. So when we understand that we exist at all these levels, and when we really want to develop personality, or living our best life, the topic of discussion, when we want to live our best life, that means we need to give justice to all these five levels, and
Yes.
not just live at only one level.
True.
So when we live at only one level, then we become animalistic, because they are not even aware of. Therefore, why animals in Sanskrit they are called as prani, prani,
Mhm.
because they are like out of these five, they have developed only up to the second level, annamay and pranamay. They know how to eat, sleep, and pranamaya. So their pranamaya kosh is developed. So therefore they are called as prani. And human beings, they are supposed to go beyond manomaya. So mind in Sanskrit is called as man, and therefore human beings in Sanskrit are called as manushya. So this is the difference between manushya and prani, animals and human beings. So the more we rise higher and higher in understanding of our levels and trying to live on those levels, more and more we are becoming actually a real human being. And those evolved human beings actually can contribute highest to the society.
Yeah. Yes.
So true.
Yes. Absolutely right.
So much for explaining that. So once we level up to and move through the 5 principles, we can really be experiencing that awesome way of life and share it with others. That's very powerful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very, very powerful. Go ahead, Joan.
No, I was just gonna say, be our best, live our best, and raise yourself to the highest level. It's great how you differentiate. If you function at a low level, you cannot attain happiness.
Very true. Very true.
Karen?
Yeah, so we all need to go through that process of bringing ourselves up to these different levels. And as Krishna rightfully said, it's not an overnight thing. It takes patience, it takes tolerance, it takes devotion for us to really move ourselves up to these different levels. And we all can do it. We all can. It just takes time, it takes consistency, and we all need to put in the work so we can attain that level.
Yeah, that's how we can.
What
What
what what does it mean to live in the present moment?
To live in the present moment.
Yes.
Two things I will talk about. First of all, let me clarify. Living in the present and living for the present. Two different connotations you can sense here. Living in the present and living for the present. Living for the present means just for the present and not thinking about the future. So just consumption but no contribution. We don't have to live for the present, but we need to live in the present. Living in the present means what you are doing, you are focused on that. And the more your monomai question, out of those five, if you can understand the third monomai question, mind. So the more your mind is controlled, the more you can live in the present. Because what distracts us from the present moment are distractions and mainly the mind. Mind may think about the past, mind may dwell into future, and therefore it's not in the present, right? We only have three tenses. So mind will think about the past. No, didn't have good night's sleep and like that. And mind may tend into the future. Okay, when the course is going to end and when I'm going to do that and that and that. So many things. So that distractions actually sap our energy to be in the present. So to be in the present, we need to exercise these mental muscles a lot. And for that, I give one sutra to the people, and which I have also tried, and I have told many people, and they also found it very helpful to be in the present. So the first mantra is mm, one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time. Even government won't allow us to do many things, right? Don't text and drive. This is the slogan today. You must have heard about it, right?
Mhm.
Don't drink and drive is the common slogan, but don't text and drive. Many of the accidents, if you research some of the accident reports, many of them have happened because of people using gadgets during driving. I don't know how much it happens in your country, but in India, it's like a common thing. Many accidents take place because of inattentiveness, not being in the present. So they are doing something else. So therefore, being in the present is essential not only during driving, but during driving our own life as well. Because life is compared to that. We need to be attentive. So the more we are in the present, the more productive we become, right? More productive. If you are listening to the podcast and you are simultaneously eating or simultaneously talking to someone, you are not going to be attentive, right? You are not going to reap the maximum benefit out of it. So the more absorbed you are into listening, then that will be your understanding, and then that will be into your memory for long term. So like that, the sequence is there. So the more absorbed you are, even I say in the matter of eating, so people watch news and all this stuff. Obviously, people have less time, but doesn't mean that we need to compromise our existence for that.
Sure.
So we need to be absorbed. Relish every morsel of your eating. Your eating means relish every morsel. Thank God for providing you meal that
Yes.
day. There are many
Yeah.
people who are not being even able to get that meal. So we can offer our thankful prayers to that Supreme Lord and relish everything on the plate. And when the person has this attitude, that person will not even waste food, which
True.
is which is a problem in many countries also today. So to need to exercise this, we need to practice that, right? So a conscious practice of living in the present is essential, and that we can do throughout our day. Actually, meditation, second, is also a good tool to practice that. See, meditation means what actually we do. We do meditate, and during meditation, our mind happens to dwell on many other things. So basically, where our mind, its nature is, it is going to go everywhere. Psychologists say there are 60,000 thoughts which come and go in our mind daily. My God, 60,000 thoughts. So during meditation, also some of the thoughts are going to be there. But then we can remind ourselves, oh, I am supposed to meditate. I am supposed. Let us say we chant some mantras. So Mananata Trayate iti mantra. This is the definition of mantra. And so when we are meditating, actually, wherever our mind is going, we are trying to bring it back and focus on something. So that is meditation actually. So meditation is actually the conscientious practice of being in the present, and that we can do while doing anything. So now I'm speaking, I'm only speaking.
Yeah.
So when I'm listening, I'm only listening. I'm sleeping, I'm only sleeping. No gadgets with me, nothing with me. I'm only sleeping. I'm eating, there is just food and myself and my friends. So I can spend time with my friends, my colleagues, but no gadgets at that time. I'm studying, only studying, nothing else. So that's how the conscious practice of doing one thing at a time, actually, it reduces the pace of our life, make us calm and quiet, because of which we can think better. And when we think better, we can decide better. And when we can decide better, then we can live better. So that's how we improve productivity actually. So many people think that doing two, three things simultaneously improves productivity, but it hampers productivity. So living in
Mm,
the present, actually, living fully, actually you're going to reap maximum benefit out of it. And that can happen for your entire span of your day and entire span of your life. So when you are into the present, actually, you are into it. And what the psychologists call it the state of flow, in flow. You are in flow. And when you're in flow, we are productive. Because I give always this simple example. If you have a boiling water in a pan, you can't see your own reflection in that boiling water. So the water has to be calm and steady to see your own reflection. Similarly, if a mind is agitated because of so many things, we will not be able to see our own self with the help of that mind. So the mind need to be peaceful. Mind need to be calm to even realize our own existence and existence at these different levels which we talked about. So that's what I
Wow,
mean.
that's amazing.
that's that's absolutely amazing, Krishna. Way how you explain being present. It is so important. I hope the audience is taking some notes. And one person was saying they can't write that fast. You could always watch the replay. You could always watch the replay and you could take some notes. Because what you're saying, Krishna, it is so important for us today. We are
Very,
all over the place. We are all over the place. As human beings, our minds are all over the place. And
yeah,
because of that, we cannot focus. We cannot have clarity about things
yeah,
because we're not sitting still with ourselves and be present in that moment.
We
We're
have to live
asking,
by, yeah, we have to live by our name. We say human being. Today we have become human doing.
that is a good way to put it.
yeah.
Yes, that is a good way to put it indeed. That is because we're not being,
Mhm.
we are not being. That is a
Ex-
good way to put it. Yeah. Go ahead, Joan.
The say is, when we multitask, we're doing so much, but as you rightly said, that's not productivity because we have to and focus on one thing, pay attention, give it our all. And then when you talk, about mind, let's be quiet, let's be calm, so we can really find that flow, be in that flow. So that is needed. That is so. If we're gathering at a table and we're eating and eating alone, even with our gadgets, making texts and text messages and stuff like that. Doing one thing at a time so we can be more productive and then we can focus on ourselves as an individual. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. How can the foods we eat affect our energy and our bodies?
Very much, very much, very much. As we just discussed these five levels of our existence, the first level itself is Annamay Kosh. The Anna is a Sanskrit word for the food. So what we eat, it not just nourishes our body, but the food it becomes subtle, right? Sukshma. It becomes so subtle that it becomes our existence, part of our existence. Like we have the bones, right? We have the blood, and our existence, even at the gross physical level. So those when we grow, bones also grow, right? and they are going to be constant in our body till we die. So they are also getting their energy, they are also like sustaining based on the food which we take, some people say, weak bones, calcium is less, like that. So even our bones, our whole existence is made up of food which we eat. But the more important is the food also affects our consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
because food is not just something which we consume to fill our bellies. Food is actually acting at all those five levels, even up to the level of soul it can go. Therefore, in our Vedic text, there is a saying, uh, it says, Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhihi. If you purify your food, you are purifying your consciousness.
So true.
Love that. I love that.
Had in school.
Love
We
that.
So the food need to be purified. And how do we purify the food? So basically, Lord Krishna talks about this in Bhagavad Gita, that there are three modes of nature, Sattvagun, Rajogun, and Tamogun, we say. The mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So the food in the mode of goodness is something like, the, as they say, yogic plate, yogi, some really the one which nourishes you, makes you healthy, stout and strong, increases your life. That is food in Sattva Guna, mode of goodness. Food in the mode of passion is like something very hot, very bitter, uh, pungent, dry. And food in the mode of ignorance is like basically eating stale food. Uh, Non-vegetarian food also comes in that, because as we discussed, these five levels. One is pranamaya. So anything which has lost its prana, it cannot give you prana.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be some prana in that thing what you eat. So sattvic food is always recommended. And you know, our consciousness is at all the levels of our existence. I'll give you one case study. This is a true story happened in Australia. There was a couple living in Australia, and the lady was very much addicted to eating chocolates, and the husband, he used to hate chocolates. Means he had not love that much compared to his wife. So they detected some kidney and liver problem in this husband, and he was treated, and the kidney transplant was done, liver was also to some extent transplanted, and after some sufficient rest in the hospital, he was brought back home. So he was just sleeping in his bedroom. The next day wife came in. She had kept a lot of chocolates in the drawer of the table, and she saw next day the chocolates were over. Not a single chocolate left there. So she was confused. I used to love chocolates, but this person, this my husband, he used to hate chocolates. How can he eat up all the chocolates, and that too in one day itself, one night itself? So then she asked, "Did you took chocolates?" He said, "Yes. I also don't know, but I took and I consumed them all. I don't know how this has happened, but that's how." So he confessed. So the next week they were supposed to go to meet the doctor for follow-up session because the transplant was done. And when they went there, the doctor asked them, "Is something unusual happened with you?" So they started to remember something unusual, nothing they could remember, but then they remembered these incidents. But they were hesitating. Should I tell the doctor? Is it worthy to tell them? But they said, okay, so one thing has happened, which was like unusual for us. So the wife was narrating. He used to hate chocolate, and I love chocolate, so therefore I had some stock in the drawer of my table, and he consumed all of them. And he also said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I consumed. I had a chocolate attack, kind of thing." So then the doctor said, yes, we were waiting for something like this. And we have noted this many a times that the person whose kidney was transplanted, actually that person was addicted to the chocolates.
Wow.
So his kidney was transplanted into this person. So imagine this person throughout the life hating chocolates. All of a sudden, some person's kidney who used to love chocolates, and this person started loving chocolates.
Wow.
So the point is how consciousness is so permeating
Yes.
that even the part of our body when taken out, that part also permeates same consciousness everywhere. So how much we should be conscious about eating, because this GIGO principle in software, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out.
Out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yes.
good in, good out.
Good
So
out.
GIGO principle, very wonderful principles, applicable to everyone at all the levels. So we need to be very careful about what we eat. It is said in our Vedic scriptures that even the person who is cooking, that person's consciousness also
So true.
affects.
So true.
Yes.
So true.
Yes.
So from whose hand
Yes.
we are eating, who is serving, who is cooking, with whom I am eating, all these things matters a lot.
Yes.
But they will make difference only to everyone. They will make difference, but very few people believe into this.
Yes.
But as I mentioned, these real incidents from Australia, actually, this can help us or re-strengthen our belief into this.
Hmm.
Yes, it happens.
Wow. Wow.
That is really a wonderful way because my next question to you was when we go to a restaurant or we order food to eat, we don't know that state of mind of that individual who is preparing that food to send to give to us. You know, you don't know what that person is going through that point in time. That energy is being transferred to preparing that food. Then we consume that food. We are consuming that energy. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Very correct. Very correct.
Yeah.
We are consuming their energy, and therefore, actually, according to Vedic system, there are some things which are never to be sold. The first in the list is food. Food was never supposed to be sold. The second thing was justice, never to be sold. And third is medical treatment, which was never to be sold. So, what the Vedic principle says, these three things never to be sold, and one more, education, fourth thing. So, these four things which are never to be sold, we have made a big business out of these four. So, what can we expect from this society then?
Yes.
But still, at least we can share the message and help people understand. Okay, restaurant outing, once in a week we go out. Okay, go out, but once in a month
Hmm.
we can obviously reduce to some extent. Okay, someone is going daily out. Okay, now you can go weekly, and slowly you yourself experience that some
Yeah.
change in your consciousness. You experiment, and then you apply if required. We
Yeah.
can ask these people like that.
Hmm.
What
Right.
is your one wish for the world?
One wish for the world: let everyone be happy.
Hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
As we said in the beginning, sarve bhavantu sukhinah. That's our Vedic wisdom says, let everyone be happy. Let everyone be connected to their source of their life. Let everyone be connected to themselves, and let everyone be connected with the positive energy to the entire world. This
Yes.
Right.
world will be a different place altogether.
Yes. Yes.
Right. That is powerful.
Yes. That is
What?
so true.
How do we gain?
What did you say, Joan?
What is wisdom, and how do we gain?
What is wisdom and how do we gain wisdom?
Mhm.
Wisdom is basically applied knowledge. There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. So someone can be very knowledgeable person, literate person, in India, on cigarette packs, it is written. It's mandatory to write to the manufacturers. Consuming tobacco is injurious to health. On a cigarette packet, it is written smoking is dangerous for your health. So someone who is very educated person who can read and write, he reads on the packet and then still smokes. This person has a knowledge but don't have a wisdom.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
how that example relates, but
Yeah.
Wow, that's a beautiful way to put it. Yes, that is a beautiful way, Krishna. Tell us about your book. Tell us about your book.
what did you say,
Tell
Karen?
us about your book.
Yeah, I have written a book recently published that is launch your life to the next level.
Wow. Beautiful.
So many a times people are confused about, I really want to change for better, but how do I do that?
Right.
Hmm.
So many a times people, when they are not able to do something positive, they end up cursing themselves. I'm a bad fellow, I can't do that. I decide to wake up early in the morning, but I can't do. I decide to i decide to live a good life, but I can't do. So basically, they question their willpower. But sometimes the question should not go towards the willpower. The question should go towards the strategy of change. How am I changing? What kind of strategy I'm applying for that change? Let us say, getting up early in the morning, and I have the habit of, let us say, getting at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I want to develop the habit of getting up early in the morning. After getting inspiration from this slogan, early to bed, early to rise, make man healthy, wealthy, and wise, by Benjamin Franklin. So I want to get up early. And now I put an alarm clock. I get up at 5 o'clock. So one fine day I get up, but the chances are very less to be consistent. So let me change the strategy. What is my strategy? Start small. Start small. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So when
Yes.
we start small, okay, I have the habit of getting up at 8 o'clock. So let me get up at quarter to 8 for some
Yes.
days.
Yes.
After some days, I can go up to 7:30. After some days, 7:15, and like that 15 minute span. Maybe in a period of 6 7 months, I will be able to get up at the time I desire to get up. The first strategy to get up at 5 o'clock will not be long lasting, and you will curse yourself. I can't do that. I'm a damn fellow. End up in depression. The second strategy, 15 minutes early, I can get up, and I have this sense of accomplishment. I can get up early in the morning, and that gives me a positive momentum and keep me going, keep the ball rolling. And that's how I succeed not only in one field, because momentum is also all pervasive. I'm dull in one field, I will be dull in all the others. I'm good in one field, so I'll be good in many other fields as well. So that all pervasive momentum is there. And so this is the first strategy. Start small. And there are 5 S like that I have explained in the book based on the Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese word which says continuous improvement. So how can I continually improve my life? How can I continually work towards the betterment of people, society at large? So this continuous improvement, which Carol Dweck from US, she has written a book Mindset. So how a growth mindset, a growing mindset, we need to talk about. So the more we think in the direction of strategies, so you will find n number of strategies to change yourself and launching your life to the next level, or in fact launching the corporation also into the next level. Companies can use this book as a guidebook for positive change. Individuals can use it for improving. Student can improve to improve their studies, and anyone, a chief executive of a company or corporate executives, corporations, they can also use this a strategy guidebook to really launch to the next level.
Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing, Christian, that you wrote that book, and that book could help so many people to find a strategy to change.
And move to another level.
Yeah, it's amazing how you really put together those words in that book to help us and give us some sort of guideline how we could really move ourselves from one place to a place of growth
Yeah.
and not being stuck and being stagnant, but we could move ourselves. And you could find Krishna's book on Amazon, or what's another place, Krishna? I think it's Flipkart.
Yeah, it's there on Flipkart as well as Amazon.
Yes, you could find his book on Flipkart or Amazon, and you could purchase a copy. Invest in yourself.
Yep.
Invest in yourself. Purchase a copy and invest in yourself. And you could follow the steps that he outlined in the book, and you could start to make that change moving forward into 2023. You could
And
start now. Today's the day. Go
mm-hmm.
purchase that book from Amazon or Flipkart and start the journey today.
Yeah. It's a nice time to really be winding down 22. So it's a good way to start a new beginning. Mm-hmm.
Can you repeat the name of the book? Someone is asking what's the name of the book.
Name of the book is Launch Your Life to the Next Level.
Launch your life to the next level. It's pinned in the comments. Tom, pin it in the comments where you could purchase the book.
Yeah, I can write that.
So let's launch our life into 2023 on a next level.
Beautiful.
We can do this. We all can do this.
Yeah.
We all can do it. Invest in yourself. Make that change. We all need to do that investment in ourselves.
So we can live a fulfilled life.
Absolutely. Krishna, you have really got to come back again.
Yes, we got to have him back.
We got to have you back again because there is more things that we would really love to ask you, but we know you're busy and you've got to go. So at this point, we just want to thank all the viewers for today's show. We want to thank you so much for taking the time and joining us today for this beautiful discussion with Krishna. And it really helped us to put some tools in our toolkit. And also, you have access to his book, How You Can Launch Your Life into 2023 and forever. Because once you purchase the book, that will be a guideline for you that you could always go back to the pages in the book. And the book will be as a support for you for your life. So thank you all once again for joining us today and to help this show make the show a success. Thank you so much. Because when we started this show, it's for the viewers that each week we could bring someone on the show to help you to launch your life. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tom, for all the technical work that you do for us every time the show is being aired. Krishna, thank you so much for taking the time. It's an honor to meet you. It's an honor to sit and listen to you with your wisdom that you bring to the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen and Joan, for having me from the bottom of my heart. You are really doing nice thing to spread positivity.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. And Joan, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us today to help to make this show a success. We just want to thank everyone and continue to elevate your emotions with gratitude, with grace, with joy, with peace. Every day you wake up, look for something that you could do to be of service to humanity. Every day. Ask, how can I be of service? How can I be of service today? How can I help humanity? How can I help someone today? Ask those questions when you get up from your bed, and you will get the answer. When you ask, listen, and you will get the answer. You
Love yourself.
go ahead, Joan.
No, I was just going to say, love yourself as well, because that is so important too.
Yes. Be
Sure. So,
mindful of what you do every day. Mindfulness and kindness. It is so important. I'm going to leave these two words with you: mindfulness and kindness. Take that through your days every day you live. Have
And
a
that will
go ahead,
and
Krishna.
that, and that will give you happiness.
yes.
Absolutely.
That,
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful week. Krishna, thank you. Thank you.
thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.